the firms that have live accounts, they've got to have a significant amount of capital posted up for these Pro Plus accounts. Okay, so yes, you are buying the drawdown, and Patrick's absolutely right. The number is kind of like, but like the number does come into play when you're talking about full size and full margin that you need to have on to actually be able to house that account on a real live market account.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think people just get caught up in the whole like drawdown thing of like trying to size up too much. Where it's like if you put if you buy a 50K account and you put or like kind of the idea of like if you put $2,000 real money into an account and that's like your drawdown in like a 50K account, like would you trade 10 NQ contracts? Probably not. You wouldn't be able to.
Right.
So it's like maybe trade your drawdown. Don't trade the account size.
Right. So if you're trading, if you got a $5,000 drawdown, $4,500 drawdown, and you want to trade the NQ, you probably should be trading one or two. And I've always said that, not 20. Yeah, not 10. And then if you want more leverage, just spread those one or two out among several accounts. That's the kind of way to do it, not one account with 15.
No, that's why I love the copy trading. I'm so adamant about it because I tell people, I'm like, look, at the end of the day, all I'm doing is I'm allowing myself to have more risk, but spread it out, right? Instead of putting 10 contracts on one account, I can buy 10 accounts or buy 5 accounts, whatever it is, and I can spread one contract per account. And now I've got more drawdown. And I'm still trading the same thing. So, gotta love it. Look at the NASDAQ right now, just ripping back up here. Just could not get this follow through. I think I don't want to jinx it, but I mean I do see kind of this WW down here. Do we go WW to the moon? Is it weird to see your own initials on the chart? I see the P, I see the W, baby. It's a PW. Oh man. James, I think we talked about this a long time ago, but how did you originally get into trading? This is back when you were still playing hockey, right?
I lost a lot of money when my story was like when I first got to Europe. It was the first time in my life that I was like, shit, I'm not going to play for 15 years in the NHL. And I was in Germany, and I was like, what can I do to kind of like leverage my time? Because I had gotten used to showing up at the rink at 10 o'clock in the morning and being done at noon, and like not having to sit behind a desk all day. So I researched a lot of different things like most people do when they're trying to find a side hustle. And I felt like trading gave me the scalability and like the time.
Can we all go trade in the combine?
Yes. No?
You're not supposed to. No bot trading.
Don't listen to me. I gotta go to the bathroom. You're doing great.
So the question was about so how I got into trading. And so I started trading, and I was making some money playing hockey at the time, and I burned through a lot of it fast. And I realized that with the help of a guy on my team that had played in the NHL for a couple hundred games, that it wasn't what I thought it was all along. Was like the strategy. It was just I was kept opening accounts for 5,000, 10,000 and blowing it. It's like I needed a bit more capital, and I needed to size down a bit. Once I learned that, then I was like, holy shit, this works. And then I found prop. And then when I started to look at prop, I'm like, that was when there was only a couple, guys in town. And I said, I think I could do this better. So I started doing some education stuff, and I realized fast that like people were really like, they didn't really care about that. They wanted to trade their own strategy. And then like, I had, okay, I hear Patrick back there, but from there, I started to think, hey, if I could do customer service better, if I could do the things that I didn't like at what I saw the other prop firms doing, that maybe, maybe we were onto something here. And then COVID happened, and like prop kind of blew up. And that's, why we're here today.
There we go. All right. Well, Nasdaq. Just do you have a time? If you do trade, James, do you cut yourself off at a certain point, or do you kind of just look at the charts all day?
No, I mean
I know
trade,
you'd be getting on the tee time at by at
no,
least
I
10.
I don't play golf as much as I'd like. I think I'm frozen over here, at least on my view.
No, I think you're good.
I don't golf as much as I'd like, but I typically trade a central idea, so I'm not looking at the charts all day, and I'll have something on like a certain idea is like, where's the market opening? What did it do yesterday? What's it look like it's trying to do? And I'll put on a small trade compared to a lot of our traders, like not the kind of size that you would think, and just let the idea play out, so that I'm not sitting there going, I'm coming back at sometime during the day saying, hey, how are my positions doing? So I'm trading a bit more longer term, longer horizons than a lot of the traders that we have that are trading in and out within seconds. Like I don't trade like that. More like big picture ideas.
What do you think about traditional prop like SMB Capital?
Yeah, those are great shops. I mean, those SMB is a big name. There's several of them that are usually in the big cities. I just think that's not.
James, tell Patrick to start the giveaway so I can start trading with TFT loans.
Yeah, he heard that. So the conventional prop was harder though, because you've got to put up some of the risk capital and you got to pay a desk fee. So it's significantly more expensive to trade.
You got to go in person.
Yeah, and then you got to be co-located there. Yeah, exactly. So traditional prop is a lot more expensive. People say it's like more legitimate. I mean, I beg to differ there, but it's certainly more expensive. You've got to post up some capital, and I don't think it's for everybody.
Living in New Jersey and then commuting to New York City to work.
Yeah,
I mean the taxes alone are gonna destroy you. Don't do it. Oh man.
Just got my first account to be eligible for a payout after blowing 4 funded accounts. Thanks PW for helping me achieve this milestone.
This, people always say this, or they always thank me. I'm like, trust me, it ain't me. Like, I didn't help you, but at the end of the day, you decided, right? Like, the trader decided to follow the rules, or the trader decided to, not blow up and find consistency. I think the hardest thing, especially now with the copy trading, you kind of get this weird mental block sometimes, where let's say you're only up $200 per account, and you only look at the $200, but then you think wait, I got 5 accounts, I'm up 1,000 actually. But it's hard to get over that mental, I'm only up $200, right? And how many do you see most traders at TPT kind of trading multiple accounts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's the norm of, certainly everybody doesn't have 5 accounts. It's probably somewhere in the middle. I mean, most of our guys have multiple accounts. I do think that traders try to make more in a day than they necessarily need, and it ends up being their undoing. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. It's not a recommendation, but I would just tell you that over and over again until I'm blue in the face, if you slow down, I don't see people doing worse. Like you said, Patrick, if it's $200 and you think that's a little bit, I mean, it's better than